Hello, Jason.
Hey Holly, how are you?
I'm good. Loving the shirt today.
Thank you. I'm supposed to play some golf a little bit later on. I'm pretty excited.
I love it. Well, I hope you play well. Well, so I am so excited about today's podcast because I'm looking to you to teach me a few things about AI. And more importantly, is AI and it's now in the world of even communications. And I have quite a background in communications with an organization I worked with for many years. But of course, that was in the world before AI was really integrated with so many different things. So I think this is going to be so great for so many people out there that haven't thought about how AI is playing in the world of comms now. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how that works?
Well, absolutely. And if you haven't heard about AI yet, then you should definitely come out from underneath that rock and welcome. Because it's everywhere. So
Yeah.
with that being said, we had to be strategic. Because we didn't want to throw AI into the mix for the sake of having those initials AI, in our name. And a lot of companies are doing that. We want to be strategic in how we implement it. So one area I'd love to discuss is something when it comes to recordings, in putting together messaging and making sure that the messaging is worded right, sounds right, it doesn't sound like a robot. And how we're using that and applying that for school districts or other businesses. In particular, when it comes to schools, you have these moments that occur and these things that you're not planning for. I mean, holidays are one thing, and you could pre-plan for them. And we have within our AI system, and we call it Axxess AI Voice. We can come up with a certain music or a voice, male, female, certain accents. It's a lot of fun, and then you can come up with your message, and then you have that pre-recorded, and you can upload in the system. I don't know about everybody else, but when it comes to even me recording my own voicemail, it takes over 100 takes because I am just hypercritical of myself. Being able to select a voice and just type
Right.
in exactly what I want to say, and you don't even have to type at all. It actually will help you with the right messaging. Then it's super easy to upload and attach itself, to, let's just say, a prompt. So let's say a scenario happens where we need to close the schools early due to inclement weather. You don't know when that's going to happen. Maybe you want to tweak the message during the event that occurs. It's super easy to do. Just go in there, make the tweak, and upload it, and then that could be part of your, let's just say, auto attendant. So instead of saying, hey, press 1 for the admin office, right away you could say, hey, due to inclement weather, we're going to be closing the offices at 2 o'clock, and then, hey, if you still would like to talk to the office, press 1. And then that can happen almost immediately during the holiday
Wait, wait,
schedule.
wait.
Whoa, I could go on all day. I'm
Jason.
sorry.
No, but wait, I have a question right on that point. There's an option to have a real human these days?
We are going in that direction where that may become more and more rare, but I think it's important for the teachers, obviously, to get in touch with the
Yeah,
parents that are calling in. What we're trying to do
absolutely.
is, ease the load, right? So instead of the front office getting hammered with, hey, are you guys going to be letting out early? Hey, what's going on here? Like you can put that message in the front, right? So they're calling in,
That's
and it's not
great.
like it's not like there's a limit. This is another really important point. Have you ever tried to call somewhere and you got a busy signal because they ran out of lines because so many people were calling in? That's not the case here with our platform. So we can put that intro message in there. 1,000, 2,000 parents can call in at once, get that same message, and hang up instead of needing to talk to someone on the front desk. So you're now scaling your front desk, taking the load off of their shoulders. When those moments do occur.
Yeah, and that is really smart to have that type of communication system in a school. I mean, look how many students are on campus and how many parents they have, and
Of
you've got a
course,
lot going on there. And then don't forget the caretakers too, right? You've got the grandmoms, the nannies, au
of
pairs, all
course.
that all are. Your schools can get inundated if anything goes wrong, or emergency closures or for any reason. I mean,
Well,
special
and
events. Oh my gosh, right?
yeah,
There's
yeah,
a special
exactly.
event.
Special events, and we did another podcast on this when it comes to, emergency situations. I mean, God forbid if a bad actor does, come into a school, and you have utilize our system to send out mass notifications so parents are aware. Well, I know as a parent, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call the school. So you're going to have now an opportunity to put a message up in the front saying, we are aware of the situation, everything's under control, or we're currently on lockdown. We're going to get back to you pretty soon. Please look for another update. So that way you're at least touching upon the situation, giving them a message about the situation. So instead of maybe the phone's just ringing off the hook, and now they're left with like, what is going on with my kid, and everyone's panicking. So every little
Yeah.
bit, each one of these things do.
Well, and that's actually lends to another conversation I think you and I need to have, because I think everything you just said and the way that you can have those types of prompts that you can put emergency communications, or even if say they were having like an event at the school, or for whatever's going on there, I bet you guys have a mobile integration.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
So,
I want to talk about that on our next podcast.
man, I can't get into it now. All right, we'll do it in the next podcast.
I think it's a fabulous topic, and I think everybody want to hear about that, especially everything that you just stated about those prompts. I think that is so needed, and I think that schools should reach out to you so they can talk to you about what they're doing today, and you can help them dial it in even better with all those things that y'all can do. I love it. Learned a little bit about how AI works in communications. Thank you so
All
much,
right,
Jason.
you're welcome. Thank you for having me as always.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.